is a hair salon in Australia, on the Gold Coast of Australia. Apparently, it's a very well-known hair salon, very reputable. And they put up a post on their Instagram the other day, which I'm going to read out for you in a second. So the name of the hair salon is the Khemia, if I'm pronouncing it right, the Khemia Frequency Salon. So that's the name of this hairdressers, the Khemia Frequency Salon. And they put up a fairly lengthy post on Instagram the other day, which we'd love to get your reaction to. And it starts off with a photograph of a syringe. And it says, "We are not your hairdresser if you have had the COVID vax." Okay, so let that sink in for a moment. We are not your hairdresser if you have had the COVID vax. So this hair salon has taken it upon themselves to decide that they will refuse to serve customers who have had the COVID vaccine. Now, they don't specify which COVID vaccine. I assume they mean them all. So anyone who has had the COVID vaccine is not welcome to get the old Gruig cut in their hair salon. Okay?
So we're all being told that there's a benefit to being vaccinated, and people should be allowed into different places if they have been vaccinated. This salon in Australia is actually saying the exact opposite.
It's bizarre. So I'm going to read the post, what they said then. So they said, "Our salon has decided to implement this into our salon for health and safety of our staff and clients. Here's why." Okay, so they explain why they won't let vaccinated people into their salon. "The unknown health effects of the mRNA vaccine are not covered by our public liability insurance. We also have to take into consideration the thousands of reported side effects this shot has shown so far, such as," and they go on about all the side effects, some of which have been reported, it has to be said. "We are deeply sorry for any inconvenience to you. However, the safety of our staff and existing clients is our priority. We will reevaluate our policy when the clinical trials of this experimental injection are completed in 2023. So if you want your haircut in Khemia Frequency Salon, you're going to have to wait until 2023 if you've had the vaccine. So what they are claiming here, and I want to be perfectly clear for those of you who are watching and listening to this right now, what the owner of this hair salon or beauty salon, whatever it is claiming is that somehow somebody who is not vaccinated can catch something from somebody who is vaccinated. So if you happen to be sitting beside somebody in the chair who is vaccinated, that you're going to catch something off them, which of course goes against all medical and
everything
scientific,
that we've been told so
everything.
Far. Absolutely, yeah.
Well, not only everything that we've been told, common bloody sense here. You cannot get something, despite what a load of these gobshites on Instagram have been trying to tell us over the last couple of weeks, and these fools on Facebook doing their Facebook live videos from their cars who think they know more than virologists know and epidemiologists know. You cannot get something by standing beside somebody who has happened to have the vaccine. Now, that's not saying that there aren't side effects of the vaccine. There are side effects of the vaccine. Two members of my family who got the vaccine over the last couple of days, the J&J one they got, they've had side effects, as in they've had sore arms and one of them felt a bit sick and stuff like that, but they're fine now. But what this hair salon is actually claiming is that if you happen to be sitting beside somebody who's been vaccinated, that you're going to get your menstrual cycle.
Here, let's listen. Her name is, what's her name? Yasmin. I can't even pronounce her name. What is her name? Yazmina Jade Adler. Yeah, Yazmina Jade Adler. Let's have a listen to a little bit of what she said to 9 News in Australia.
It doesn't really, make sense, I guess. A lot of people would question that. And I think it's like anything. It's like the disease or the virus at the moment. It's like it's spreading somehow. And somehow women are reporting side effects when they haven't had the shot.
She's claiming that women are reporting side effects of a vaccine when they haven't even had it, which is really bizarre. But the bottom line is we're all being told that get the vaccine, it's going to benefit you. You'll be able to go to more things. You'll be able to go on holidays, all of that. And yet this particular hair salon on the Gold Coast in Australia is essentially saying, well, no, don't come in here. We're not the salon for you, because if you've had the vaccine, you could be spreading the virus, which is the most bizarre thing ever. Now, this woman and her company have been ridiculed left, right, and centre over what she has said. And it wouldn't be the first time she's courted controversy in the past. But let me have a listen once again to what she had to say to 9 News in Australia.
It doesn't really, make sense, I guess. A lot of people would question that. And I think it's like anything. It's like the disease or the virus at the moment. It's like it's spreading somehow. And somehow women are reporting side effects when they haven't had the shot.
It's kind of bizarre.
Let's see how many people actually agree with her decision. So once again, what this woman has done, what this hair salon has decided to do, is to ban any customers who have had the COVID vaccine. Do you agree with her her plan, I suppose, that she has in place? Do you agree with what she's after doing by banning people who have been vaccinated? Text yes or no, because we want to find out if there's any support for her. Text yes or no to 085 825 2626. And once again, the question is, do you support this hair salon banning people who have been vaccinated because she believes that they're going to pass on some mutant?
There can't be one person watching us now who agrees with this. There can't be one person who agrees that people who've had the vaccine can actually spread the virus. If there is one person who actually thinks that, please get in contact with us. 085 825 2626. By the way, if you're watching us on our Facebook page, which you clearly are, why not share this video directly onto your own Facebook page, and then more people can actually see that we are here with you this morning. So once again, share this video from our page onto your page. You just press the share button and let everybody see that we are here this morning. 085 825 2626 is our WhatsApp number. And as I said, there can't be one person who agrees with this particular salon owner in Australia that says if you have been vaccinated, you're not welcome into our salon.
I think they're being very dismissive here, Adrian, because there is a lot of these people are nuts, but there is a huge cohort, to use that word, there's a huge cohort of people out there on social media who believe this bullshit. Like, have you not seen some of the posts on Twitter and Instagram over the last couple of weeks? There are people who believe this. I saw one post from a girl the other day claiming on social media that her daughter was having abnormal periods because her daughter happened to be in contact with her grandparent who had been vaccinated. This defies logic. It defies logic. But to say that these people don't exist is a blatant lie. These people do exist. But keep the votes coming in. Yes or no to 085 825 2626. Yes or no to 085 825 2626. That question again, is that salon right for banning people who have been vaccinated?
I'm looking at the messages that are coming in so far, and the majority, well, everybody so far is saying, no, she's not right. This sort of misinformation is dangerous, says one of you. And Tracy sent us this WhatsApp voice note to 085 825 2626.
Oh, is this the people that believe in shedding? I don't really know what they're on about, to be honest, but there's something to do with anyone vaccinated sheds, and you can catch it by being near them. No idea. They're mad.
Right now, Jeremy, I was vaccinated last week, as you know, with my first dose. You were in my company yesterday. How are you feeling today?
I didn't see a shed at all. I didn't see any shedding going on whatsoever, because it doesn't make sense. It absolutely defies scientific logic, doesn't it?
Because when you get your vaccination, you're not being given the virus itself. That's the key to this. You're being given a tool that teaches your body how to fight the virus, but you're not actually being given the virus itself. So again, you were in my company yesterday. I had my first shot last Thursday. Are you feeling all right today? Are you a bit on edge?
Absolutely perfect. Let me just read out some of the comments underneath. By the way, she wasn't blasted for this. She got a lot of support when she put this post.
Not really.
Oh my. Well, you're looking at a different one, so I am. Wanda commented on the post, I love this so much and I share this. You stand up for what is right. How brave, says that one. I'm very proud of you for taking a stand on this. This is so good and such uplifting news. Your actions have reached the world. I'm praying that people follow suit and other businesses follow suit. So they want other businesses to actually do this. Is it not a form of discrimination?
Of course it is. Mind you, there are other businesses in other countries that are doing the exact opposite, positive discrimination. In other words, they're discriminating in favor of people who've been vaccinated because they feel they're much safer on their premises. 085-825-2626 is our WhatsApp number. Do you think that this company is right to be stopping people, to be saying, we are not your hair salon until 2023 because the vaccines are untested and unproven and everything else? 085-825-2626 is our WhatsApp number. And I'm looking at the messages that are coming in, and the vast majority of you are saying that, no, this is ridiculous. Let's just have a listen to what Yazmina said again. This was speaking to 9 News in Australia.
It doesn't really, make sense, I guess. A lot of people would question that. And I think it's like anything. It's like the disease or the virus at the moment. It's like it's spreading somehow. And somehow women are reporting side effects when they haven't had the shot.
No.
That
just sounds nuts.
Yeah, you need a certain level of intelligence over the top to run your own business, and you need to be fairly level-headed and fairly savvy. Would you not agree? But
yes, of course, yeah.
That's why it's shocking that someone who has become so successful in business would come out with nonsense like this. And she says on her post that she put up, we have to take into consideration the thousands of reported side effects that this shot has shown so far, such as unusual signs within the menstrual cycle, heavy bleeding, clotting, flooding and spotting at times, which that may be fair enough. There may be people who got the vaccine that are experiencing that, but people who haven't got the vaccine are not experiencing that because they happen to be in close contact with someone who is vaccinated. And unfortunately, as you said, Adrian, reporting stuff like this and posting stuff like this is absolutely dangerous because there are idiots. There are easily led people, sheep as we call them, who will see this post. This post was seen by millions and millions of people. It was liked by 15,000 people. There are people who will see this. Now, the general public, you and I, most semi-intelligent people will read it and go, this woman's nuts, move on, just ignore her. But there are people who will read this and go, oh my God, I'm not going to stand near a vaccinated person for fear of what I will get. And that's going to create a them and us situation where, the amount of hate that we get on our phone on a daily basis because we're pro-vaccine and we speak about the vaccines. And we get these people telling us that and I'm sure when we post this online, we're going to get these gobshites claiming that we're being paid to push agendas and stuff like that. But there are people who believe this nonsense, and this is playing into that.
Can I just put this particular woman in context? Okay, her name, as I said, is Yazmina. And she runs a salon in the Gold Coast in Australia. She's originally from Melbourne in Australia, and she originally made the news a couple of years back in May 2019. Get a load of this story, okay? So this is just to put in context that if you think this woman is right, this is what you're dealing with. An Australian woman has turned to a different remedy for dealing with chronic period pain. Okay, this is a couple of years ago. This is the same woman. She, get a load of this. Yazmina claimed she noticed instantly her cramps were gone when she started doing a particular thing. Okay, so period cramps. Here's what she does. She collects her own blood through a menstrual cup for a ceremony, and then she basically smears her menstrual blood all over her face. I just want you to let that sink in for a moment.
I'd rather not, to be honest with you.
And she does this with a view, and in fact, there was a photograph of her rubbing her own menstrual blood on her face in order to connect with her blood and relieve her chronic cramping. She says, I've been using this remedy now for 10 months and my cramping has gone. So
okay, so by rubbing her, this is what you're dealing with. By rubbing her own menstrual blood into her face, she believes it's gotten rid of her cramps.
Correct. Okay, so just to have that in context, that's what you're dealing with here. 085-825-2626 is our WhatsApp number. So that's the lady
lads,
who is basically...
Okay, but here's a message on Facebook from Kathy, and she says, lads, why are you knocking this woman? What proof have you got that she's wrong?
Kathy, just have a listen to what I just said. This lady who believes that you may shed the virus if you've been vaccinated and therefore has banned people from her salon who've been vaccinated is the same woman who a couple of years ago hit the headlines for smearing her own menstrual blood on her face in order to relieve her period cramps. Okay, so
if you align yourself with people like that, that's the kind of BS that you're agreeing with. Would you agree?
Yeah, but that's really why I highlighted that other story. That's exactly what you're dealing with.
Carol just sent us a message. She says, lads, I saw that post too. I thought it was a piss take myself, but I couldn't believe the amount of support that she's getting. It's scary to think that these people exist who believe this. And this is just going to create a them and us situation where people who are vaccinated will be seen as black sheep. And that is what's going to happen, that people who are vaccinated, there are nut jobs out there who are going to look at you, get away from me, Adrian, you're vaccinated now. I don't want you passing on anything to me that you have. That's what's going to happen here. Because these people exist.
It's not really. They are a very, very, very small minority. Some of that very, very, very small minority have been protesting outside vaccination centres over the last couple of weeks, telling people not to go in, don't go in for your vaccine, you don't know what you're taking. And what percentage of people who are heading towards the vaccination centre are going, oh my God, I think I'll turn around and head home? Zero. None.
Yeah, I think that's disgusting, by the way. I've seen people talking about that on social media, that they're going to get their vaccine. If someone wants to get the vaccine, well and good, let them get it. If someone doesn't want to get it, well and good, shut up about it and just don't get it. It's personal choice. If you don't want the vaccine into your body, why do you have to make a big song and dance about it? Why do you have to keep going on about it? Oh, injecting poison, blah, 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 blah. Just don't get it. And if you are someone that is afraid of the vaccine, just don't get it, but do not lash people out of it and tarnish people because they do decide to get it. And the idea of someone standing outside a vaccination centre actively encouraging somebody to turn around and walk away is disgusting, to be honest with you.
Well, I saw them the other day, and the amount of people who turned around and said, oh my God, these people are protesting, I better not get my vaccine, was zero. Absolutely nobody turned around and headed off back home again. So, you know, if somebody is arriving at a vaccination centre, they have already made their decision. They have already decided that they want the vaccine. And for you to try and protest and tell them that they're wrong is just ridiculous. Anyway, I'm all for freedom of expression and the right to protest and everything else. But if you don't want to get it, don't get it. It's as simple as that. Okay, we'll squeeze in just a couple more voice notes on this because we do want to move on in a couple of moments. We want to talk to you about children's allowance and whether or not it should be a universal payment. Kevin sent us this voice note. He says that this lady is not alone.
Morning, Adrian. Morning, Jeremy. How you doing? It's Kev here. Look, this lady is not on her own. Right, this for COVID has shown what idiots are actually walking amongst us. But that said, I only heard a couple of weeks ago. Now, it was on Fox, so take it with a pinch of salt. He's an nutcase. A dentist with a small company, 4/5 female employees, right? And he was interviewed on Fox News and quoted that he blames COVID for his female employees having strange menstrual cycles. Now, that's just creepy, the fact that he knows that information, and how he knows that information it's even calls up more questions than it answers. And why would you go on Fox News? Like, his company was in the background of the interview So people knew where he worked, or these people worked. Anyway, these people are out there. COVID has brought all the nutcases and tinfoil wearers out from the woodwork. They won't be the last. There's many before them, and there's going to be many after these people. Hang in there, lads. Bye.
So what he's claiming that, sorry, we can't hear you, Adrian. He's claiming that people were going in. He's claiming that people were going in to get a filling done and telling the dentist, by the way, I need a filling in my back tooth. And by the way, my periods are all over the place this month, Mr. Dentist. They're all over the shop. I'm sorry for having to tell you that, but there you go.